You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Empire of Rust. My name is Patrick Finn, and I'm playing Carapace. We want to thank all of our listeners for joining in this week's episode. We can be reached by email at rust@transmissionspodcast.com and on the Transmission Podcast Discord server on the Empire of Rust channel. You can listen to us at Apple Podcast, Google Play, Spotify, or anywhere else that you can find podcasts. Thank you all for listening, and please enjoy this episode.
So you just got yourselves broken into, didn't you?
Well, technically the security building did.
I don't think I've ever actually been in this room before, so I don't know why.
Your office? You've never been in your offices before?
I don't think so. I think they were rewarded after.
He was under the underbelly, remember, for
so
weeks?
I've never actually been here.
Well, was he in there? Was he in the sewers for a week, or did he come back before then?
It's been in there for a long time.
Months.
You really have never been there? Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, like I just see a broken door, and I'm like, oh, that sucks to be. Oh, it's ours, isn't it?
Man, you catch on quick.
Yeah.
Pythagoras is still outside helping out, and Carapace, you are still waiting for Bulkhead to get back in, but the rest of you, get to your office, and it looks like someone broke in.
Ironhide!
What did we have in our office that anybody could possibly want? Wouldn't be anything of ours, right?
I don't know what you guys left there.
We don't have, what do we have that was secret or valuable?
The data pad that had like the secret messages from cyber.
Well, we gave that to Ironhide, I think.
Well, let's go in and see what's messed up. Maybe it's obvious.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just trying to find something.
Sweet Spot sucks.
Yeah, well, maybe they don't know.
That could be anybody.
Is that black spray paint on your hands?
My paws? No.
We get in there, Blazer's like, huh?
How did you learn to do that? Blazer!
I learned it by watching you.
Wait, where else have you done this?
In your offices, everything is a mess. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Whoever is in there. Not you, Carapace.
Because they don't have paper, right? So it's not like it's not like papers lying all over the place. Because we don't use paper.
Yeah, the furniture has been scattered all about. It looks like chunks of the wall have been pulled away, people looking for something.
The pillows have been unstuffed.
Someone's giving us a lot more credit than we deserve.
Sweet Spot, what'd you get?
I got a 22.
22. Rex, what'd you get?
Rex got a 10.
10, that's pretty low. Pythagoras, you're not there. Wildstrike and Zephyr.
Wildstrike got a 6, and Zephyr got an 8.
The only observant person here is Sweet Spot. Sweet Spot, you can tell that whomever did this was looking for something.
Wow! Thank goodness you're a lead investigator.
Thank you, Sweet Spot.
The look of shock and awe on all faces is unmistakable. I am not going to repeat that.
I guess that solves everything, right? Oh, good job, yeah.
Specifically, they seem to focus on Magnum stuff.
Magnum stuff? Alright.
He's a weird one, so.
The weirdest one.
On comms. Pythagoras. You might want to come down to the office ASAP.
I'm busy helping people right now. What's going on?
Well, there's a situation here in the office. Don't want to say it on open comms.
All right, I'll get there soon.
Okay.
Can you drag Magnum in and see if he can... Has he been detached yet?
I don't think so, and I do not have a trailer.
Is there an
Because
elevator?
your Magnum can't move without Pythagoras.
Can't. Just a handcart would work. I mean,
But aren't you big enough to for us to be inside of?
only if he chooses to.
Oh.
If he's going to turn into something inside a Transformers building, he's not going to turn into a huge building. You know, he'll just turn to something medium or something like that.
He's in vending machine mode.
He's a
He's vending machine mode, basically. Yeah.
We could use a snack anyways. Let's go get Magnum.
I feel the need to just remind the viewers he doesn't actually turn into a vending machine.
The GM is a liar, viewers.
And Avocadotron wasn't his name?
Yeah, good one, GM. There are more of us than you.
You explain the world the way it is, and we explain the world the way it's going to be.
Listen, when Matt says he turns into a vending machine, he turns into a vending machine.
I mean, it's his character. If he doesn't know what's going on, nobody does.
That's called Stockholm Syndrome. Now, if they say it when I'm humongous, then that's strange.
Big vending machine.
Big vending machine.
Huge vending machine. Don't forget your change. Clang, clang.
Like one of those Japanese car parks.
Dispenses 50 gallons of coffee at a go.
Pythagoras, as you are helping out, you can talk to the medical personnel that are out there, and they will tell you that they're here to deal with the spark that Carapace has brought back and is now inside Magnum and probably causing him to go crazy.
Oh, great.
So the more you help out with them, the faster that they will go ahead and get up there to deal with what they originally were supposed to be here to deal with. You can see that they do have some equipment to actually keep a spark alive. So they have like a life support kind of case for a spark.
Okay, good. Well, I'll help as long as I need to, and then when we're done, I'll go up and see what they can do.
Carapace, you are hanging around for Bulkhead, and as you're waiting at the door, Bulkhead saunters up.
Saunters, huh?
He's a big guy.
He is a big dude.
Are you outside the meeting room?
I don't know where I am.
You'd be outside the main building.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for him, pretty much just like leaning up against the wall.
So Bulkhead walks up to you. It was Carapace, wasn't it?
Yes. Mind if we talk?
One bot to another? We can do that. Come on, let's take a walk. What's on your mind?
Well, it's more what's on yours. So you and I are pretty alike, and I've seen a look on other soldiers' faces before that you gave when we talked about, what was the guy's name? First Among Equals. You had a reaction, and I've seen it before because I've had the same thoughts. You know people that are deeply affected by this, but you don't want to rat them out. But you know that it's time. You don't want to be that guy. And I get it, because, like I said, we're the same.
A lot more of my bots that I'm in charge of. A lot more of them support Cybertron first than I'm comfortable with.
I mean, there are aspects of it that make sense. That's how these things work. But there's a difference between being like, oh, I believe in something in principle, and let's do something about it. You know which ones your men are the ones that are going to do something about it.
I've heard a lot. I've heard a bunch of them using that term.
Sympathizers?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, you're a minister. You have a job. It's time to do it.
What do you need from me? You need the names of these bots?
Sure. And I mean, obviously men like you and I don't have psychological profiles, but you know who the ones that are going to come out swinging and who are the ones that we can talk to. So, you know, pretty much put like a talky face and a fist. Which ones we need to hit. That's all I need.
Just know that the names I'm going to give doesn't mean that they actually did anything. They are sympathizers, certainly, and I'm sure some of them are members of Cybertron First. I have no proof either way of what they're doing.
I'm not a politician. I'm not here to weasel words. I'm here to stop things.
I appreciate that. He kind of like banged his chest, like BAM!
Oh, sure. It's got that deep resonance to it.
It does.
Just between you and me, what do you think of Ironhide?
He's a capable security bot, certainly. His reputation is well earned. The bravery and heroism that I've heard other bots talk about, if even half that's true, he's certainly an honorable bot. But it all depends on who you talk to. If you talk to the Autobots, you got some hero worship. You talk to Decepticons, They look at him like a nightmare.
Sounds like the kind of person I'd like to be. Praised by your allies, respected and feared by your enemies. Yeah.
We can all hope, right?
Yeah.
As he's like finishing up the conversation with you, he'll stop and turn back for a second. It may be nothing, but I think Stoneraker went back to Gut Cruncher's bar. I know Gut Cruncher is dead, and I know his bar was destroyed, but maybe it got rebuilt, maybe someone else is there now. I haven't heard anything specific, but yeah, it's just rumors.
Okay. I specifically don't say thank you. I just kind of give them that nod because people like us don't say thank you.
We don't say thank you. Or please.
Yeah, and I walk away.
I imagine they both just turn around and walk away.
Yeah, just like, conversation's done. We both know this. I gotta go find out why this room I've never been to has got broken into.
Down in the basement in your office. What do you want to do?
Well, first, I want to kind of film everything the way it's laid out right now before we disturb anything from pretty much every angle in the room. And then proceed to maybe clean up.
That reminds me, like, since we're kind of computers, like, what level of just, like, recording what we see do we have access to? Like, we can do that with phones. Like, we're super advanced, sentient robots. Like, you know, can we just be like, oh, I want to record what I see? Or do we have, is that a text slot?
In theory, you could record what you see. In practice, you do have a finite amount of memory, right. And a lot of bots will download and like offload their memories to a either remote storage or even a local storage.
Right.
For those of you who, during the race, you guys heard the ad for, what was it, Data Tracks?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was.
Well, I mean, like, I just think of, like, in the original Transformers animated movie, they're like, Laserbeak returns, Megatron, and he actually had a camera in his forehead, and he had to record it and then come back. Whereas, like, we live in an age where we can go, this is happening now, and beam it back, and we're way more advanced than that. So, like, at what point can we just kind of say, I'm looking at this, it's like, it's more than just comms. It's not like I have to go like, what's going on, over, it's just like, can we send direct sensory data to others? Like, is that possible through, like, kind of like a tech upgrade? Because, like, I know a lot of us have, like, tech
controllers
slots.
can do that if they get the right class features.
They can see through their people directly. But I guess there's a difference between, like, can we record and just be like, I'm sending you the file of what I saw, as opposed to being like, I have to bring you the cassette tape where it was magnetized to, because we don't need to do that.
Well, I think if we had a recording device, you could probably message it, right?
Right.
But
I think in the end, at least for short-term stuff, if you need to like record something like you're doing their sweet spots, you can probably do it just internally.
Right.
If you are trying to do something like more specific, let's say you're trying to like scan in like infrared or something like that, you would need a specific tech slot to do that.
Totally.
If you want for long-term storage, you need to have a way of dealing with that.
Right.
But yeah, for like short-term stuff like this, I have no problem.
I would like something we could discuss about maybe making like like for 3 tech slots you can do more, for 5 tech slots you can do more, so like as an upgradable awareness, or even like, oh, I've got petabytes of data in me now, and you're like, oh, okay, that's great, that's old tech now.
Or petabytes?
Petabytes, 1,000 terabytes.
Cool. Yeah, we can do that.
They'd be more than that, I suppose. They'd be like exabytes, but whatever.
So going off that, I assume here at our security headquarters that's now been trashed, we have somewhere to download stuff if we wanted?
Sure. Like download to like
It's like a database. What are you just saying? Oh, we've got this recording. We save it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's on the floor now, of course, because your office has been messed up. But yeah.
Was there a camera looking at the door? Like, is there internal security? Like,
There is internal security. But you're not there yet.
I know, I'm just... Okay. I just want to
seed the room.
We don't have fingerprints or anything. I don't know if I've ever asked this. Like, do we have anything that
Nothing
would
like fingerprints.
distinguish us? Like, oh, somebody was here.
Magnum was upset deeply that none of us have fingerprints.
Would we have like a kind of like a spark signature, like a radiation that's unique?
Yes, on that. There is an actual item that you can get in a Energon sensor, which would work to that.
It's like level 15, I think. Something like that. Level 6, or level 18 something.
That's high level shit.
It's
okay.
very,
level's
very
Ironhide?
powerful. It's basically detect all Transformer life very specifically.
Right.
It's like a super sensor.
Not only that, but it goes through walls and everything too. So
Right. Well, I mean, it was just one of the ideas of like, oh, like we have this fingerprint restriction, like, like coming up with something equivalent. I mean, if we just say, hey, nobody has fingerprints and we can touch everything and be like I can't lick things and make them mine. Like, that's obnoxious. Like, we need to fix that.
We'll also have different size hands.
That's also
and
true.
Different size, different materials.
Textures and
different textures. So there might be some sort of forensics you could do.
I imagine there's like a foot tread as well, like a unique foot tread.
Yeah. And seeing if there are micro molecules left over from a particular material.
Like if we interact and like I scratch the wall, traces of my cells.
Yeah, so your particular metallic makeup would narrow it down.
It's like DNA, but for Transformers.
Paint chips as well.
Okay. Paint chips, right? Yeah. That's so weird. Looking a little bluer on the collar there. You like it? No, it looks stupid.
So, Sweet Spot, you are recording?
Yep, I am. Recording this, recording that, and that. And I'll come over here, hit this angle, and maybe one more.
Okay, so the medical personnel are heading. I guess you are all set with helping people and healing them, and the medical staff around you is starting to make their way up into the building and towards Magnum to try and get the spark out of him.
You mean kill him?
What's Magnum been doing this entire time? What's he like now?
He's just sort of sitting there talking to himself.
You only can do what you know how to do well, and like I've been told, you only can do what you know how to do well, and that's be you.
He's whistling in the dark. That's what he's doing.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
What?
You get a third move to teapot.
I should have chosen a different song.
Just call me Mr. Battenberg.
I want a third mode.
A teapot?
No.
I'm a very
You're a
model
doily.
of a modern major
Ooh,
general.
a racy one?
Yes.
A racy or a
doily.
racy?
A racy doily?
Please send the elves out to get me a new pack of cigarettes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so medical people and medical bots and Pythagoras get up to Magnum.
Oh, hello. How you doing? Have you brought my cigarettes back?
Those things won't kill you, but they'll kill every living thing around you.
They take out some scanners and do a couple of quick scans of Magnum, and they attempt to remove the spark from you.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Are you going to stop them?
I don't know. Do you guys have donuts?
The two bots kind of like confer to each other. Yes, we have donuts.
Oh, excellent. Please have the ducks send them in.
And he'll make a show of like getting on his comm. Boss, go ahead and send the ducks in with the donuts.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You're the only sane person I've met in the past hour or so. There's all these people walking around the hallways saying really weird things.
They just don't understand you, that's all.
They don't even believe in the elves. I told them there's elves everywhere. They're watching me, even now. Oh dear.
Well, Magnum, we will tell you that everyone around you, there's a virus going around, and they can't see the elves.
Figures. All right, I'll be sympathetic, I guess.
But if we can take this extra spark you have, we can go ahead and make an antivirus for everyone around you.
All right, I guess so. You can have it.
Excellent.
They won't stop talking about, life insurance and things like that anyway, so it's keeping me awake.
They'll reach their hands inside and disconnect the spark and very quickly put it into a little life support device for the smoke. And as soon as it's gone, all the voices are gone too.
Hello? Hello?
They're just messing with you. Hey, we're right here.
Good, because the elves were saying I should do something really unpleasant when you interrupted them.
They'll listen to those elves. Alright, well, we're all done here. You can go ahead and transform. Or walk away.
He'll try to transform.
Still need your head, don't you?
Well, Pythagoras is there. So I'm afraid
Is he there?
his head may end up on backwards the first time around.
Why didn't someone tell me my ass was so big?
You can transform. Your head is backwards, but you can quickly rectify that.
Clang!
Man, I feel like the floor of a taxi cab.
No one's around you.
Man, when did it get so quiet?
Crickets.
And when did they paint the hallway? Hello? Anybody?
Pythagoras will sort of guide him down to the...
But by the time you get your head all straightened on, the 2 medical bots are gone. No one is in the hallway at all. It's just you're just alone here.
I'll have Pythagoras guide him down to the office.
At least I still have that one voice.
And it's weird. You see no one in the hallways, on the way down to the office. Completely empty.
No elves, no gnomes. Those little guys trying to sell me life insurance.
Sure, by the time you get back down to your office, you're just weirded out. Where is everyone?
Yeah, I know. So if I peek in the office, not the door's open, are these guys still in there?
They are. And the door is actually on the ground, so you're standing on the door.
I found the door, guys. What the hell's going on?
We had breaking.
Well, let me get into it. Let me go investigate then, shall I?
Want to let him do his thing.
I feel so confident that we're going to find something.
None of the gnomes touched any of the evidence, did they?
I'm not actually here, right?
Give it a couple seconds and you'll
No
get
gnomes.
there.
No gnomes, all right.
You would have arrived very shortly after Magnum.
He pulls off a notebook and writes gnomes and then crosses it off.
Wait, did you just eliminate a suspect?
There weren't any gnomes here. No, I always suspect the gnomes. But they're not here right now.
Maybe you should do some scanning of some sort.
I'm just envisioning you pulling out a crayon and just melting it and putting it on to your lips. You just turned up the heat on your lips? What is that? This is how it sticks.
I gotta say, I love confused Magnum.
Alright, he will search for clues. Anything relevant? Can I take a 20 on a perception in this room to do a thorough investigation?
I suppose I can allow that.
I'm interested in his methods. Could I attempt to aid him?
Sure.
First things first, as soon as I arrive, I suppose, because it's probably in the middle of his thing. If we could find out who did it by checking the cameras, we might be able to find them now. But if we're going to take 20 for you to look through the room...
Very good idea.
They could be...
Please, somebody go check the cameras. It's a fantastic idea.
Somebody with computer skills.
When did you get the green paint job? Or is it pink? Sometimes I want to call pink green.
I could tell.
Just say yes.
I do have a rank in computers, but I'm not going to claim I'm good at it.
Zephyr can check on the cameras.
Okay.
I got a 28. Are you aiding?
Yes, I did get 11, so I aided you.
So, 30 for perception to do searching for clues.
Alright, so as you are looking around through all of the stuff, you can notice that whoever has messed up your room was very clearly looking through your stuff, Magnum.
Am I missing anything?
But nothing looks missing, so whatever they were looking for, you don't think they found it.
I guess what am I carrying that they'd be interested in?
I have the chem analyzer. And,
Is that the chemalizer is probably what they were looking for.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have very many things that would be valuable. Either that or the graviton pistol we found, but I don't see why they'd be interested in that.
Unless it's not a graviton pistol.
Everybody's doing it. I mean, he's just going to get more confused.
Zephyr, you checked the security?
Yeah, do you want to help, Rex?
Sure.
Okay, Zephyr, you take a look at the security camera and you find a green and brown, green and purple bot that came up to the office door. It looks like he unhooked, like he removed the hinges from the door so it didn't open and just fell right down.
Okay.
You walked right in, and you can see on the cameras in your office he was going after specifically Magnum's little workstation.
Timestamp?
It was during, assuming Zephyr checked this,
Yeah.
it was during the riot.
Do we see him leave with anything?
Nope. It looks like he rifles around in Magnum stuff, doesn't find what he's looking for, rifles around in the rest of the office, like tries to peel some of the wall panels back, like looks into unhooks charging ports. He tries to just find someplace where something could be hidden, and doesn't find anything, and he just walks right out. You do take a look at the security footage throughout the rest of the building, and you notice that he moves very fluidly through all of the security bots and all the badge lists that he walks by. It looks like he's had some pretty significant training and just kind of weaves through them all, and no one really seems to pay him much mind.
It's like they don't notice him?
Kinda, yeah.
Can we tell where he went after?
You can track it all the way out to the front door of the security building, but he had left while the riot was in full swing, so he loses himself in the crowd very easily.
Left through the front door.
Through the front door.
Right through the riot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I go back and find where he was before he got to our door, like where he came from?
Yep. You can kind of follow all the way back, and it looks like he came in from the riot, like right after the riot had started. You do kind of tell where the alarms went off, and right around the same time the alarms went off, that's when he came in. Same situation. He walked right into the front door, just kind of avoided all of the security forces, went right to your offices, and then did his thing.
Okay. Can I grab basically the section where he's at a door and leaves, put it on a data pad, and bring it with us then?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll do that, and then I'll bring it to them.
Zephyr shows on the data pad this bot that looks very familiar to most of you.
Didn't we kill him at some point? When he dead? At our feet? At the end of a battle? Something epic? Maybe tragic?
Who do you think it is?
Avocadotron?
It is not Avocadotron.
It was the one we saw in the bar, right? We didn't really get a good look at that one.
Right.
Probably a better look at this guy.
So we don't know this guy's name.
I don't think you ever figured his name out.
But
We really had nothing to go on back then.
if he was seen at the bar by us before, then perhaps Blur knows.
I was just going to say, you could send him a message.
I'll do that. Give Blur a little courtesy.
Why don't we run it through the police computer to see if it identifies it?
Might as well.
Maybe I got Blur's number? No? That's right. I didn't get it.
I'm sure he's in the yellow
Was
pages.
it McAdams?
McAdams Oil House.
Yeah, so just call it McAdams.
Hello, Blur. Yes, I'm looking for a man named Hugh. Last name, Jass.
Huge ass? What? Do we have a huge ass here?
Been watching The Simpsons.
I'm going to use this odd typewriter type machine to look up his face.
Can I assist with that?
You're using the police database and trying to see
Yes.
if there's... Okay.
Yeah, he's plugged it in. He actually knows how to use it.
Yeah, Zephyr can aid.
He keeps trying to reset the bar. 26.
Okay, so you don't find anything in the police database. But you run it through not just the police database, but your access to the council's database. And you do get a hit on immigration. It was a bot from Starvix named Hardtop. He arrived here on Cybertron About a month ago, give or take.
So we find him, we find a lot of answers.
Potentially.
Could probably check out immigration, see if they have any more information on him.
Who was writing to? Somebody was writing to administrator, somebody or other. An administrator person from Scarwix.
It was Administrator Helios, and the person that was writing to him didn't use a full name, they just used H.
So this is almost certainly H. Hardtop, right?
Can we put out an APB? Do they have APBs on this planet?
You can try.
Yeah, but only on PBS.
F you.
Okay.
Ask HQ to put out an APB. STAT. STAT.
You guys can certainly do that.
Although, that's awfully public.
APBs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point we probably need to do something a little public. They're trying to be very clandestine, and it doesn't seem to be working in our favor.
Well, just look at us. I can't sit still for a minute. You, as big as a house. You are a house.
Hey, Wildscribe's had a lot of success. He also found the clinic for us, too. So, I mean...
I think putting this public would be fine. He broke into a security station. They that public.
They also don't need to necessarily say why. It's just like, person of interest.
Yeah, just bring him in.
APB.
Or at least report if anyone sees him, because at least we cast a wider net.
Yeah.
Yep, you can do that, and the security forces will try to keep an eye open for him.
Now, these security forces, are they all the same badgeless? Or are there other security forces?
99% of the security is badgeless. But there is also like a small group of non-badgeless security officers that Ironhide is training to be a more friendlier public face.
The badged. the badgers.
Badgers.
Mushroom.
We don't need those thinking badgers.
Mushroom.
They're still badgeless.
Badgers.
Do we have badges?
No, they wouldn't give us a badge.
So we're badgeless?
We're badgeless too.
Don't need no sticking
but we're the 1%ers.
We're 1%ers now.
We're the ones with faces.
But yeah, the security officers that Ironhide is training that are not the badgeless specifically, they are required to give up any Autobot or Decepticon insignias as well.
Well, based off the video, I don't think he's going to get caught by the security bots.
It doesn't hurt to have him keep an eye out, though, because if he's not trying to hide somewhere else, I mean...
Right.
Maybe it's like a type of thing where, like, the video camera can see him, but maybe other people couldn't. Like, so it's like he had some sort of, I don't know, glamour or...
Yeah, a dazzle effect or something.
Yeah, like, so, like, he doesn't think that, so he just walks through them. Like, if you look at the video again, is there
Still,
any...
it's odd that he didn't think that he might be on camera inside a police headquarters.
No, maybe he just didn't, I don't know. I mean, it does seem like a pretty amateur move, but I mean, like, if we look at the video again, do any of the people even seem to look, see him and then look by, or was he like a ghost?
They react to him.
Okay, so
he is being seen. It's not like he's invisible or anything, but he's just so skillfully moving around them that it looks like it's a training thing versus anything else. It doesn't look like a natural avoidance move.
Right.
Because I totally didn't want to go up against a ghost.
Zoinks.
Simmer down, Scoob.
I think we should interview those badgeless that he walked by and see what they saw. Or why they didn't grab him.
How would we recognize them?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, is this you? Never mind.
We appear to have found a flaw in their system.
Yeah, they don't have numbers or anything, right?
That's why I was like, there's danger in anonymity.
They don't have a big badge with a chain.
No, because then they wouldn't be badgeless.
Just a number with a badge.
And how come in every other game and adventure, we can't get through doors as easily as this guy did?
Well, they gave us the cheap door with the hinges.
Yeah, why are the hinges on the outside?
They obviously don't. This is actually a closet. This is actually a
This room
closet.
could never be locked. Because you just obviously just pull the hinges.
What we need is a serious lair.
It's locked from the other side to keep us in.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's why the walls were padded. Okay.
It's actually a cell.
Damn it.
It does look like a repurposed storage closet.
You're fast. Could you just go out and search the city real quick?
Sure.
The entire city.
And he's back.
17 plus perception. That's a whole lot.
Takes you 10 seconds to get outside.
Yeah, so perception, that would be 24. I just go about 3 or 4 blocks out.
You take a quick look around the block. Head out as far as you feel safe to, and nothing noticeable.
All right, I'll come back. Zip zoom. Well, nothing out there.
Living with the Flash. Yeah.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
You have a date tonight.
No, I don't.
I heard it.
Horbot's waiting for you.
Oh, tell me about this.
Org's just going to continue.
Don't tell him about this.
What's going on here?
He's got a file on me. Don't tell him.
He was out in the crowd. He got a date.
No, I didn't. I was propositioned.
He bribed a lady.
Oh, he's a masher. You masher, you.
Masher.
Yeah.
Masher.
You are.
You are. Well done, Magnum. Well done.
Did you get her phone number?
No, I don't have anything of her.
He just needs to walk out to the
Do
street.
you want something of hers?
No, I want nothing to do with her.
All right.
I sent her away. I told others to follow her
He's shy.
and never look back.
Don't worry. Well, I'll set you up. Don't worry. I know you're shy. I'll show you how to swagger like a real man.
He's waiting for
just
the
walk
orgy.
up. Say, hey, baby. Now, you want to go get a soda or something?
Bulkhead is going to give us the names of the people that work for him that are sympathizers. And classified into those who will fight and those who we can talk to.
That's helpful,
Yeah.
though unexpected. Did you,
We just talk like bots.
Talk like strong bots.
We
We nodded a lot at each other.
Yeah.
We grunted.
yeah.
We're so alike.
See?
oh my god, Rex, speak.
That was Grazer. Even I'm like, whoa! What the fuck?
I didn't know you could talk.
Holy shit.
I literally sing to you every night. Jesus Christ.
Talking isn't the problem. It's getting him to shut up.
I think the virus is spreading. Did you guys just hear that?
Maybe my little bots are gnomes in disguise.
No bots in.
I was just trying to find something.
You beat him. Well done.
I needed the other syllable. I was like gnomes in. Just not like, no, it's not working.
So what's the next move for all of you?
Back to Velocitron.
Pull up the security footage of him getting a date.
There's no footage of that.
There is now.
Oh my god, there is.
And I'll put a tracker.
Who is filming this? How did they get such a close-up?
I'm sure it wasn't one of us.
What do you think Blazer's been doing that whole time?
Why is it always flying around your head?
Classic Blazer.
I think we're kind of done then, aren't we? I mean, we sent out an APB. We can't find them. Now we kind of just...
Didn't he recommend a hangout place to you? A destroyed bar?
Oh, right. Thank you. Yes.
And we could follow up at Blur's about that other bot.
And we have the tracker and the butt breakout.
There's no more information on this hardtop guy other than he's from where he is, like...
Correct.
So I think you should go to Blur's because you need to.
Okay, Zoom.
Yeah.
I'm there.
And I think we can head to the lead of the bar that would rebuilt, maybe?
I think we should
Was it
stick together.
Stone Rakers. Okay, that's you're smart. You're right.
Well, I mean, obviously someone still wants to kidnap one of us, and don't just send a sweet spot off.
You didn't send me. I just went.
Damn it.
Are we in the position that we actually need to put trackers on all of us?
Maybe not all of us.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt. I mean, seriously.
Feels like we've reached that point. How do you know I haven't?
I have not done that at all. There's no trackers anywhere. And I haven't taken your fingerprints while you've been recharging.
I knew he had fingerprints. I knew it.
It was a frustrating experience.
He just drew them on.
Little swirls on everyone's fingers.
Now put it here while it's still wet.
All right, I'll get my bus tokens.
Oh, actually, Sweet Spot, there's a political issue that needs to be dealt with back at the station. Can you come quickly?
Oh.
So I'm going to send him that message as we continue to blurs. So by the time he gets there, and then he comes back, it'll be...
Only a short wait.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, very well. Zip zoom, turn around, come back.
Do you actually have tires, or do you
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that.
Yeah. My tires are awesome. Aren't they, Rex?
They're very soft and chewy and rubbery. They're delicious.
You had his tires in your mouth?
Well, yeah, we had a race. I had many tires in my
Not the
mouth.
ones I had on.
Like, what's the organic equivalent of a spare?
Prosthetic foot, I mean.
Spare shoes.
It's like a hair clipping or something. Like
Okay, so you're heading over to Blur's is the first stop?
McAdams.
McAdams.
All right, I think he's going to be so happy to see us.
He is. He's going to be thrilled. You get to
Remember
McAdams.
you? I was the guy who was spanking in the race.
You were spanking lots of fellas. Thank you for remembering me.
Wildstrike, Zephyr, both. One.
Wildstrike is going to stay and talk to Ironheart about the beacon.
Ah, yes. Smart. All right, good idea.
And Zephyr will go along to McAdams.
I personally say maybe put on one of us and see what happens, but you guys can think about it.
Not it.
Pansy.
So you guys get to McAdams. Sweet Spot is nowhere to be found. You all head into McAdams, and then Sweet Spot finally arrives.
About time.
That feels a little bit like setup. I can't help but feel a little bit betrayed. My feelings are a little bit hurt.
You'll get over it.
I usually do.
You get over things quickly.
I do.
I will buy you a drink. Don't worry.
All right. And that's how I get over it.
And also tell you I had nothing to do with it.
I believe you. No. Nod.
You get into McAdams, and Blur is not at the bar today.
Who's at the bar?
Go ahead, and well, you can go up to the bar and ask if you'd like.
All right. I'll go up to the bar. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing over there? How you doing over there?
Excellent. What's your name?
My name is Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. That's pretty nice. My name's Sweet Spot. I was actually in the Ibex Cup the other day with Blur, wondering how he's doing.
I saw footage of you guys in the race there. Yeah, I saw you get hit by that big construction bot.
Yep, it hurt. I got over it fast, and I came back at him, full force.
I saw that too. You hit him once, you hit him twice, you hit him 3 times.
And then he went down. And then it went boom. That was awful.
He did. He didn't go down from you hitting him, though.
You get that from watching the video? So, changing the subject. So, Blur, where's he at? How's he doing? Is he around? Is he here? Is he in the back? Is he behind you? He could be. He might be. Is he there?
Is he over there?
Blur is over at the racetrack today, getting in some practice laps.
Practice laps. Oh, they redoing the Ibex Cup?
Well, that was just the first qualifying race. There are going to be more, of course. Are you going to be in them?
You know I will.
Did you qualify?
I did not finish due to a disturbance.
I'm sure race officials will forgive that.
Alrighty then. So, you're expecting Blur back anytime soon?
He could be racing all day, for all I know.
Probably would. I know I would. I'd love to be racing all day. Every day. Day and night. Nighttime is nice. It cools off the tires. Be able to go faster.
She looks around. I don't think you actually have headlights. Those look like stickers to me. Rob's ready to react.
Yeah, that was great.
Are you sure? They could be real delicate like that.
I just reach over.
Hey. Aw, now the glue's all dried out. I was wondering what you were doing, bobbing your head over there like that.
So what can I help you with, Sweet Spot?
I
didn't just come in here to show off, right?
No, I didn't come in here to show off, though it does happen from time to time. What I was actually
Who
looking
are
for...
your friends that you are not introducing to me?
Oh, you haven't met these folks? Alright, this here's Carapace, this here's Magnum, this here's Rex and all of his friends, and... Zephyr.
How do you do, ma'am? Tip his hat.
You take your head off.
Hang on this time, Pythagoras.
This is gonna be awesome.
Why is his hat always scream when he does that?
It is a pleasure to meet all of you, especially you, Zephyr.
Well, thank you. It's nice to meet you as well.
You look like a fast bot.
Oh, yeah. I can go my share in a race.
Tell me, have you been in many races?
Oh, several, yeah.
Several.
Pardon me while I go get the fire extinguisher.
So what can I do for you today?
I'm going to walk on the
Zephyr?
counter and just grab a bottle.
Oh, I don't know. My friends here are looking for their friend Blur.
You find some nightmare fuel.
Yes.
You want some? Stuff.
Why not?
Why don't you ask her about each?
This is Eucharid. Yeah.
It's clearly she'd rather talk to you.
All right, fine. I'll pull up a image of him on the data pad. Like, we've been looking for this fella here. Have you seen him around?
He's been in every once in a while, yes. He orders some Probex, but never finishes his glass.
That's interesting.
Is there significance to that? I guess Probex is just like an alcoholic drink or the equivalent of alcohol.
Yeah.
Fairly popular, I think.
It's a fairly popular drink, not as popular as the nightmare fuel that you were drinking. Carapace, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as rough on the system as nightmare fuel.
Right. So is it like Bud Light or something like that? Is it like the Bud Light of Cybertron?
It's a more typical drink, yeah.
And what would you say like nightmare fuel is? Like vodka or like moonshine? Like how?
More like moonshine.
Okay.
It's rough stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of which, I need you to...
4 saves.
Carapace and Rex need to roll fortitude saves.
Call the bus.
Natural 1. So it means I got an 8.
Straight out of the bottle, the kick.
What'd Rex get?
7. I hope you didn't need that table I just fell onto.
Alright, Carapace, 6 points of non-lethal damage to you, and Rex, 3 points of non-lethal damage to you. I assume Magnum learned his lesson last time.
He just hasn't had a chance to order it yet. No, he doesn't learn his lesson, ever.
That's fair.
She's been talking to someone, though. He's just listening.
You're gonna have like a fucking tickle spot in the bottom of your belly, aren't you?
I guess we'll find out.
He'll take a shot of stuff.
Nightmare fuel?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Fort saves.
Big gulp.
6.
8, 7, 6.
The vending machine starts tipping over.
And for Magnum, 6 points of non-lethal damage. I am rolling like rocks tonight.
Whoa, yeah. That's the ticket.
Isn't the floor beautiful down here from this vantage point?
I know.
She must really sweep and mop well.
I know. And the pattern of the tiling is very clever, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, they really do have a classy joint here.
Well, you see, we're just looking to talk to him, you know. Do you know when last time you saw him here with us?
Oh, it was a few days ago. He came in and ordered his Probex as usual, and went to sit down at one of the booths.
And
How often does he come in? Is he a regular here? Is he every certain days, or is it just whenever?
There's every couple of days or so. He doesn't, it doesn't seem to come with any regularity.
Do you know where he sat last time? Does he sit in the same seat?
Kind of regular, yeah. He has his favorite spot. It's that booth over there, near the front.
I know Zephyr wouldn't know this, but is that the same booth that we hijacked the terminal in where the message was out?
No, it's different.
Okay.
The one that you guys had hacked the computer was in the back. This one is closer to the front.
Okay. I'm just curious if there was any relation to that.
This is the evil booth.
Fuck. Lightfoot.
Yes, my dear?
Would you do me a favor? Would you give me a call if our friend happens to come in?
Oh, I can certainly do that. Would you be willing to give me your comm code?
Oh, of course. Let's change that with her.
You can take her out on a double date with him and his whore
That's
bot.
right, yeah.
And that's when we found out that his comm codes had been hacked.
Yeah, right?
I took another shot. I rolled a modified 20.
Oh, you're fine then.
Okay, good.
Oh, natural 20! I just critted! It's a 22, natural.
Magnum.
Apparently, he has sea legs.
3.
Magnum. Chug.
3 more points of non-lethal for you, Magnum.
So that's so weird, because your body can be drunk, but you can have good ideas. Like, your head can, like... It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why the room is moving like this.
Pythagoras is just like, whoa, on your left, whoa, on your right. You're tilting, you're at 20 degrees, 30, 35.
Alert! Move! Throw the weight, quick! Danger!
Reverse gears. Bring it up to the base of the neck.
I think you guys are the best team I've ever worked with. Except for... And then, except for... Still pretty good, you know. I almost don't think you're guilty at this point.
Can you just name us second to none?
You guys are definitely second to none. Or at least third to none. I have to go back and do the
That
calculation.
should be like our party name. Second to none.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was nice to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine, my dear.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I do so love a racer.
Well, thank you for saying so.
Let me get that.
As I'm saying this, everyone is just making motions of like digging in.
I'm trying to pull the knife out of my back.
Magnum will go find the fire extinguisher and, like, try to sneak up behind.
Because he's being burned so bad?
Yes. And attempt to sneak up behind him with the fire extinguisher.
That was a long way to go for a bad
when
joke.
you first said that, I thought you were going to spray them down like they were like, you know, like with the animals.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
it didn't occur to me.
So, like, it
that would
worked.
have been a good idea,
Yeah.
too. If he can get a beat on him, he'll
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm over here now.
The seat that Hardtop was in last, is that available? Or are people in there? But come on, guys, let's go take a seat over there.
All right.
I'll grab Rex by the tail and zigzag him across the room.
Well, come on, you. Man, you gotta stop eating so many tires.
I've only begun.
Yeah, so he's a regular here, and this is where he sat last, so I just figured it was open. We'll sit down here. We can see if he comes in, but she hasn't seen him in a couple days.
You may have forgotten that there were other people in the room for the world while you were talking to that lady. But we were actually there and heard.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I didn't know you heard that.
Lightfoot and Zephyr sitting in a tree. K-I-S.
Was his face paint always red?
He's a little brighter, isn't he?
Must
be the lights.
Did your eyes turn green?
These lights? Right here? Pointing to my headlights.
These lights? We'll give you new ones when we get back to the headquarters.
Yeah, Pythagoras is gonna detach.
The body was collapsing anyway.
I know.
Abandoned ship.
Just let him sleep it off on the floor there.
He transformed into a restroom.
No, it's just a wet floor sign.
He didn't need to. He didn't need to, but he is now.
I wonder who would be more surprised, him or the people that go in.
Why am I full of shit?
Don't answer that.
You want the top 5 reunions?
Actually, guys, maybe I should set up this terminal that next time he signs in, it'll let us know. Set up like a little booby trap on the computer.
Are we going to know it's him signing in, though, or just anybody who signs in?
I mean, if it have to be some sort of identifying information. When someone uses a terminal, do they use their own login, usually, if they're using it legitimately in public?
They don't have to.
Well, it's probable that if we get a call from, or if you, Zephyr, get a call from Lightfoot that he is here, you can correlate the login with the time that he was here.
If she calls and if she's on duty. Do these things have cameras?
The communications?
Yeah, little data pads.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So, well, can I
Makes sense that they wouldn't.
Can I set it up that just whenever someone uses it, it snaps a camera and sends it to us? That's a picture that we could see whoever's there. And we could probably get a lot of false positives, but we'd just keep watching.
That sounds totally legal.
We're investigators.
I am the law.
I am the law.
Go ahead and roll up computers.
Actually, out of all of us, I'm probably wrong.
He is the law.
He's a politician. Doesn't count.
It's the law.
What laws have you made?
There's a whole bunch of law. That's all part of my
What bills have you passed? What bills would I have read of yours?
You can't read. That's not.
Shut up! I'm making fun of him. Gosh, fucking damn it, Carapace.
Why taught you to talk?
23 computers. Do you want to help me?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand there. Let's see what I got. Not much. Computers? We're doing computers, right? Okay. 6, so that's no help.
Yeah, you can. Sure. You can hack the terminal. You can set up a little bit of facial recognition so that if it sees hard copy again, it will scan a picture and it will send the time code and it will send it to just you specifically, or
Send it to all of us.
all of you.
Yeah. And so I actually can recognize him, not just anybody.
Unsubscribe?
I'm sure that with a 23, you were able to write a little bit of facial recognition program, and you have the visuals from the security cameras in the ISS building.
All right, that's great. All right, well, we'll get a message if he shows up here and uses his, just, on the off chance he does.
Okay, we should probably check out. Do you recall what the name of the...
Gut Munchers,
Gut Muncher. Is that what it is? Gut Muncher?
Close enough.
Gut Cruncher.
Rob
Gut
name.
Puncher.
You've learned well.
Gut Cruncher's Bar.
You actually never got the official name of the bar now, or even if there's a bar there. Bulkhead told you that Gut Cruncher used to run a bar before Gut Cruncher died, and his bar was burned down. If you want to...
It was burned down. That's interesting.
If you want to, you can do a culture check to see if you can find out more about what's going on there, or what happened to him.
If this is something that could theoretically be in the news, I think in circumstances like this, you can use computer's check to actually take 20 on culture checks to find things, unless it's private knowledge, which a fire happening somewhere in the city, like that would be recorded.
Yeah, it is not private, so
Do we know where this place is, or is that what we're trying to find, where it is?
that's what you're trying to find.
Okay. So are we doing 20, or?
I mean, I'm awful at both computers and culture, so it's not my thing.
31.
That's good enough to find anything.
So, yes, it is public knowledge, and you can find out what had happened. About a year or two ago, Gut Cruncher and his employees ran across an Autobot who was very unhappy with the way where some war criminals just were able to skate past and not be punished for it. So he took it upon himself to execute a large number of Decepticons that he thought he thought just didn't deserve to live. Gut Cruncher and his employees were among those. His 3 employees were executed, and then his bar was set on fire with him in it. The building collapsed and killed him. Gutcruncher, specifically, I'm talking about.
Do we know who the Autobot was that killed them?
The Autobot was named Sandstorm, and he is in prison currently.
So you have an Autobot serial killer, basically.
But he was also caught about a year ago. So he is no longer out and about.
Was there confirmation that Gutcruncher was actually killed in the fire?
Yep, his body was found.
He never knew his name was going to be that ironic.
Shortly afterwards, the...
So Gutcruncher was a Decepticon?
Yes.
And Stone... No, the guy, the bulldozer guy. He was an Autobot. So, but they were really close apparently, because it was Gutcruncher's death that triggered him. So that's interesting that
That's sort of fitting with his personality. I mean, his best friend. He obviously knows how to get along with Decepticons, and was a little sort of anti-colonist anyway.
Sure.
And although it was the serial killer was an Autobot, right?
Yeah. Mass murderer. Serial killer implies different.
He did do different things from the sound of it.
Oh,
He kept going around executing people, right?
Oh, okay. So it was more than just the three. He killed 4 in that one instance, but there were other murders before.
Right. So the bar was eventually rebuilt by a bot named Rebar.
Wow.
He didn't want to do it, but that's his calling in life.
That took me way longer to figure out.
Yeah, I did too. I'm like, Wiley left. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, rebar? I'm like, well, because that's what will be left after the building went? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I think
yeah.
we need to dwell on this for just another couple of seconds, because I'm sure there's some listeners that still are going to get this. And now.
He rebuilt the bar and renamed it the Fighting Gladiator.
Oh, this sounds awesome. I've already got 2 drinks in me. This is perfect.
Let's go find the gladiators.
It's just a bar name.
Have you
down for it
ever been to a bar that was so inappropriately named?
I'm a stegosaurus. I don't go to a lot of bars.
It seems
Until I
very,
met you.
seems very appropriate to me.
I'm a good influence. Yeah, let's go.
Just stop moving the floor and I'll be with you in a second.
You want to take point?
Okay.
Speedy guy?
Get the address and go there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, talk to that waitress. See what happens.
Actually, Magna's going to take the rest on the floor as time to restore his stamina. As he takes a nap.
you gonna call Bussatron over to get some transportation?
No, if you can prevent Sweet Spot from leaving, I'll just jump in and hit the car with him. Mind throwing him in the back seat?
Oh, you want to go with?
Yeah.
I figure we all go, but
What about the rest of you?
we really need to get, be able to jump into each other. Like, hey, Jet, you need to get bigger so we can jump in and fly.
I haven't got a feet yet.
I know. I'm just saying.
Blame him.
We need to do this.
We need more feet.
The thing is, you need at least 2 mass shifts to be able to do anything like that.
Right.
But the thing is, Pythagoras is small, and as nervous as he is he's figured at least traffic laws will keep him safe.
In order to take Magnum, you need Pythagoras, right?
They're not going to leave one of them behind. I mean,
I thought you could shrink.
Yeah, you can
both
shrink
of
into a
you
little
down
box.
and then both fit. Isn't that what we did before? A racetrack.
yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he heard that one
right?
yet.
Right.
So you can do 2
Since he has
now?
he has mass shift 2, so it means when he transforms, he can go up to 2 size categories larger, or up to 2 size categories smaller. So you can actually shrink to tiny.
In which
and
case,
you can
your
just throw him in the
head
back seat.
is fine.
Yeah, and his head is tiny, which is the perfect size for a car.
Right.
So, if you don't mind, it'd be great.
Well, sure. You want to ride on the roof again?
No,
He prefers the hood. I'm gonna strap him down.
Put on his seatbelt. He still has misgivings about this, but
All right, well, I'll transform into the car, open up my doors, wait for him to get in, You want to use your seatbelt? No. All right.
Zoom.
No.
So when you are the merged version of you,
Yeah.
you can make yourself tiny.
No, only when transform.
Only all form.
So that means your building can become huge.
And become huge or tiny.
become
Or
a
anywhere in
Barbie house.
between.
It's like
So
a
you can
Barbie
become a
house.
tiny building?
Yes.
Dollhouse.
It's like a Barbie house, yeah.
So I just throw them in the back seat of the trunk, you know?
So that means, okay, so your head is normally a small person.
Is a tiny person. Tiny person.
Your head is normally tiny.
Yes.
So you can actually make him go too bigger?
No, he can't change. He's always going to be tiny. He doesn't change.
Is it you that can... Your things can change size with you?
If I had mass shift.
Yeah.
But I don't have that.
But it'd be... Okay. Because I thought there was like a thing with like the augmented and the controllers, so like you can kind of both get bigger and smaller. So it'd be funny if like your head would jump off, become medium-sized, pick up the tiny dollhouse and put it into the car, and then when you get to the location, jump out, put it on, and then you just kind of both do like your little... I get smaller, you get bigger, and jump back onto each other.
Sounds like we need a new feet created.
I think
Just
the
random.
mass shift works to the point where if you have a partner and they combine with a form that is mass shift, then they change size. So if you have a target master and you turn into a large vehicle, the gun gets bigger, or whatever, something like that. I think that's pretty much the extent of it.
Okay.
Tiny's perfect for riding in a medium vehicle, though. So I mean, because he's human size. So.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, you're like baby-sized compared to us, then.
Yeah.
Imagine, Pat, if your head was separated and turned into a small person.
It's two size categories smaller. I get it. You know, and it was like if all of a sudden like my jaw unhinged and it was my feet, and you know, I get it. But it was I thought it was that your both parts can mass shift. So like he could take his head off, and it could be like Pythagoras could be like, oh, I want to be medium sized, and then the body would be whatever size.
That would be neat, but I can't do that.
Okay. And that's just me not knowing the rules. I didn't look at mass.
We've been around. We've tinkered with it a lot. I think just to try to make sure it works.
So how long will it take us to drive? Because you're apparently very fast.
I'm fast, yeah.
Are you faster than him?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty fast.
Okay.
I gotta say.
So
Seen
we're
some of those
the
races.
slow ones.
Call the bus. Busatron.
Yeah, we're gonna get you guys.
No, we don't want that guy. Is there like Taxabot, as opposed to
I guess we'll be there in a few hours. We're walking, apparently.
Texatron.
Texatron?
Somebody's got a problem with buses.
Careful, you call Taxitron. You're gonna get accounted.
That bus is the
Why?
problem.
Why?
Because wherever we're going to go, he's going to call attention to, and we don't necessarily want that.
Why not?
Did you say where?
What? Table is turned. He's enjoying it. Sweet spot's enjoying it.
You bots got some drinks in you. You stand outside a bar, arguing. You're both big, tough, mean.
Well, I
bots.
guess I can go 45 miles an hour. You're the one who can't.
I'll see you guys in a week.
Yeah. You want to call
I'll just wait till you
Busatron?
come back for his date.
You could always get on Rail Spike.
Oh, it's me he doesn't like. I mean, that thing.
I don't think he's the only one that doesn't like you either, by the way.
I'm the spike tank. Like, everyone dislikes me, and that's fine. Fuck all of y'all.
Alright, so we're calling Busatron.
Busatron, and they'll have him drop us off like a block away from where we're supposed to be. Is that compromise? Yes.
Do you think that's like...
Get on the fucking bus. We're driving. Let's go.
Pulls out his gun. Get on the fucking bus.
You're not the boss of me. I know you're the boss
I
of
am
these
right
little
now.
things. So.
Alright.
Steve shows up.
Yep. Busatron shows up, and...
No, it's Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys? Are we going on a mission?
Yep, we need to take you to this address,
Alright, just get on here.
which is a block away from where we're supposed to go.
Yep.
You know that, DM, right? Okay. Stevie doesn't know
I
that.
thought you were telling him like, character, like, which is actually not where we're going. And I'm like, why would you tell him that?
I should have told him that. I used to piss you off.
Well, he's drug He's like, don't tell Busatron, but we're going.
I'm like,
Okay, Busatron.
Sirens pop out. Positron is just going.
Well, this is
Sirens. I don't remember that. I was afraid of that.
He busted them out. Yeah.
Well, you remembered. That's why he said don't call him.
Yeah.
Where the hell did he get sirens?
Turn off the sirens. We're not on official business. You can get pulled over for this.
Oh, man.
I know, right? Now you're just a bus.
I still like this guy. I should have gone Busatron. Pythagoras is seriously rethinking why he got in the car again.
Puking on his leather.
Oh, we
fun.
need to bring Magnum, right?
Yes, exactly. That's why he did it.
Let's just put you in there.
No, that ship has sailed, I think. It's like, oh my god, why did I volunteer for this? How do you get used to it, Sweet Spot?
What was that?
How do you get used to this?
Used to what?
Going way faster than is safe.
This isn't fast.
I'm in third gear. What are you talking about?
I'm actually holding back because I don't want the Magnum to puke.
Magnum's fine. Oh, he's been drinking.
There you go. Now you're catching up.
Still sliding back and forth.
Yeah, but he's small, so it'll be just a little bit of puke.
She's gonna spew.
I don't think he'd enjoy that regardless. All right. I'm trying to face my fears here.
Alright, Sweet Spot, you and Magnum and Pythagoras get to the fighting gladiator.
Squeak! That felt great. Alright, get out.
You have an ejection seat? Just
He's like clamped onto the seat.
You should mess with his button, like Pop Boy's hood. Open his gas can.
Stop that.
Oh, I lost your cigarette lighter. I'm sorry.
I had a cigarette lighter?
Do you feel the burn right now?
I think I dropped it on the. Hold on, it's down here somewhere on the carpet. You know.
He's down on his knees, touching you everywhere.
Do you have spare floor mats?
Yes, I do. I have them in 3 colors.
So it'll take a little while for Rex, Carapace, and Zephyr to get there. In the meantime, what does Sweet Spot and Magnum want to do?
I'm going to check around the outside. You stay here in case they show up really early.
All right.
And I'll take a run around the block. Same thing I did at the McAdams when I first got there. Just check it out, see if there's any shady characters, anyone who's messing around in any alleyways, looking up on the roofs, and then head back. All right, what was that? 15 seconds?
You left. Oh.
No shady characters. You do notice there is an actual back entrance to this bar. Mm-hmm. So unlike the clinic, there is a back way up.
Okay.
The front of the bar is very kind of ramshackle and run down. There's one door, no windows.
All right. Seems like a dive bar. Should be a nice place for someone.
It's going to make those terms I tend to not use in the same.
Looks like my kind of joint.
All right. Would you like to lead the way?
I'd be happy. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
This is one place I do not want to be first walking through that door.
You don't want to be first?
Walking through this door? No. I will gladly let the body shield, the detective, go ahead of me.
All right, he'll stride through the front door.
Going in first?
Yep. Look around.
You just beat Sweet Spot.
With his permission.
There is a difference. Not much.
Take a look around. All right. This is it's only a couple years old and it's already ramshackle.
It doesn't look like it was very well made.
It was built ramshackle.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't well remade.
Give me a perception check.
All right.
He's only half rebar.
If he redid it, would it be re-rebar?
If he was England, would he be repub?
And if he didn't pay for the loan that he took out to rebuild the pub?
That means he's repo.
Repo.
I hate you all.
As you should. 22 for perception.
Okay. So this place is very dark, very dingy. Remember when you first went into McAdams, back in episode 4, I think? Mm-hmm. You were looking for a seedy bar, right?
Yep.
This is that seedy bar.
All right, this has a little bit of character.
There's a couple of booths off on the side, and there's some kind of shady-looking characters in the bars, or in the booths. There are 3 bots up at the bar talking to the bartender. Very dark, very dim lighting. And as you're looking at all of the patrons, with the exception of the 3 that are at the bar talking with the bartender, all of them have Decepticon symbols. Or Decepticon badges.
So only the ones that don't are the 3 up front.
Yep. And the 3 up front look to be having like a fairly animated discussion with the bartender. Okay, so you see all of that, and as you're taking it all in, the 3 bots at the bar, the one in the center of that little pack, you hear him kind of shout out to everyone in the bar. Miscreants! We know you sympathize with the despicable Cybertron First terrorists. Give them up and tell us where they are. You have our word that we'll speak well of you when Iacon Security comes to shut this establishment down. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Fuck you.
Got us again.
This is Blaster, blasting out to the airwaves, bringing you the latest and greatest hits and news updates. I have big news for you today, so keep those audio receptors turned up to the max. Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Carapace is played by Patrick Finn. Wild Strike, the Decepticon, is played by Mike M. Pythagoras and Magnum are played by Matthew G. Sweet Spot is played by Adam I. Chu. And last but no way least, Rex and his Dino Buds, Laser, Grazer, and Laser are played by Rob Muller. Keep the hits coming by supporting the show at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And tune in to the Transmissions Network for all your Transformers news and reviews. This is Blaster, the voice of Cybertron's airwaves, blasting out.